Hello, everybody. My name is Isaiah Fields, and I'm back. It's been 4 months since I've done my last sports talk video. Today, I'm going to be doing something new, and I plan on doing it every Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a recap of the first week of the NFL. I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing every game. Obviously, that would take too long. But I will be doing a few games that stood out to me. Some games that I really want to go in depth about. So, first game, New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. Cam Newton made his debut in a New England Patriots jersey, which looked really odd at first. Of course, each quarter he got used to it. Still gonna take some time getting used to. Anyways, Cam Newton. In his return, he played like the old Cam Newton, on the ground at least. Passing, he was a little quiet. But on the ground, he had 15 carries, 75 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns to go along with that. So Cam Newton did dominate the Dolphins' sorry and terrible defense. But that's what you expect from the Dolphins. Dolphins' defense has been bad since last year. Good thing, though, if you're a Dolphins fan, on the bright side, at least they didn't allow 56 points like they did last year to Lamar Jackson. You guys embarrassed yourselves last year in week 1. Absolutely embarrassing performance. This game, after the first quarter of the Patriots and Dolphins game, they made history after the first quarter. The score after the first quarter was 0-0. No score. That's the first time in 15 years that the New England Patriots and Dolphins game was scoreless after the first quarter. We will move on to this Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints, America's Game of the Week. A highly anticipated matchup. Very exciting. Well, it was until the Saints just went and dominated the Buccaneers offense and the Saints dominated on offense as well as defense. Tom Brady, first drive looked beautiful. Tom Brady looked like the old Tom Brady on his first drive. He finished the drive with a rushing touchdown to make the game 7-0. After that, it went downhill for the Buccaneers. Saints scored later in the game, but the main story was Tom Brady's struggles. After the first drive, he completely turned off. The Saints defense shut down Tom Brady. Tom Brady had 2 interceptions, along with 1 interception that Janoris Jenkins caught and took it back to the end zone for a rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. Michael Thomas, he suffered an injury late in the game. He sprained his ankle after it got rolled up on by his teammate Alvin Kamara. He said that he's fine. He will play through the injury next week and going forward as long as he doesn't re-aggravate it. He does need to be careful because on replay, I was watching the game live, and on replay, it did look pretty bad. So, he is going to play through it. He is a tough receiver. He's a tough player. So, I think he'll be fine. Speaking of receivers, Mike Evans was quiet that game. Mike Evans, I think, only had 1 catch the entire game. He was basically non-existent. Other than that 1 catch, the only thing that he did to help his team was draw pass interference penalties. Other than that, though, Marshawn Lattimore shut down Mike Evans. He was shut down the whole game. Rob Gronkowski was quiet, too, in his return, which most people did expect, because he's Rob Gronkowski. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that. He's just old. He's getting older, coming out of retirement. It's been a year since he's played, so, he's not going to come right out the gate and be the old Gronk, getting like 8 to 10 catches and 2 touchdowns. He had 2 catches. He did do well blocking as well, opening up holes for his running backs. Leonard Fournette, I was kind of surprised that they didn't start Leonard Fournette. If you were watching the game, you saw that Ronald Jones was the starter and Leonard Fournette came in when Ronald Jones needed a breather. Moving on to the Chargers and Bengals game. Joe Burrow made his debut, and he had a good debut. Only one of the only things that really he screwed up on was that 1 interception, that toss play, that little shovel pass that was intercepted. Rookie mistake. Honestly, it's his first game in the NFL, so he'll learn as he goes along each week. I think though, promising start as a quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals after last year was a terrible season. Bengals fans, even though you lost this game, I still think you should be happy, you should be excited, because I feel like Joe Burrow is your quarterback. As long as he stays healthy and is consistent throughout his entire career, I think you guys will have a good decade with Joe Burrow. I want to talk about Joe Burrow's first career touchdown run, first career touchdown ever. He didn't pass. He didn't have a passing touchdown, but that rushing touchdown with first in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Joe Burrow, it was a design quarterback draw. He took it up the middle, got amazing blocks from his teammates, and took it in the end zone and scored. That was his first career touchdown. Still waiting for his first passing touchdown, which should come next week. Actually, it should come this Thursday, as the Bengals and Browns are going to be playing this Thursday Night Football, which I'm planning on doing a video Friday reacting to the game, reacting to what happened. That should be a good one. Next, it's time to talk about the Cowboys. Time to talk about America's team. My Cowboys, man. The first drive, I think the Rams had the ball first, if I'm not mistaken, and the Rams just took it down the field with ease against the Cowboys' defense. Their pass rush did not get to Jared Goff that first drive. The secondary was pretty helpless, pretty sorry, to say the least. That first drive was pretty bad in terms of the first defensive drive. Actually, that wouldn't make sense. How could I say this? The first time going out on the field for the Cowboys defense was pretty bad. That's what I'm trying to say. But other than that, there's some bad news for Cowboys fans. Blake Jarwin has suffered a season-ending injury, unfortunately. He was supposed to be replacing Jason Witten, who went to the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost called them the Oakland Raiders, but no, they're in Las Vegas now. Anyways, it sucks. Blake Jarwin is out for the season with a torn ACL, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is a torn ACL. Leighton Vander Esch also suffered an injury in his first game back to his collarbone. I don't want to say this, and I know Cowboys fans don't want to hear this, but it looks like we might have another Sean Lee. A talented linebacker, but unfortunately his talent is wasted by injuries. We're going to talk about some controversy, both by the refs and by Mike McCarthy, the new head coach for the Dallas Cowboys after Jason Garrett got rightfully fired. And he's on the Giants now, forgot, as offensive coordinator. Wonder how the Giants are doing after week 1. They got spanked by the Steelers 26-16. I'm not going to talk about that game, though, because there's really nothing to talk about other than Ben Roethlisberger's return. But that's off topic. We're talking about the Cowboys and the Rams. So late in the fourth quarter, with about 30 seconds left, 3rd down and 10, the Cowboys need a field goal to tie the game to go to overtime, or if they get a touchdown, they obviously most likely win the game. Dak Prescott, 3rd down and 10, throws a dime to Michael Gallup. It's caught for a first down past midfield, but a flag is thrown on that play. The flag is an offensive pass interference on Michael Gallup, which takes the play back, and it's a 4th and 20 instead of a 3rd and 10. And at that 4th and 20, Dak Prescott just threw it in the ground. The game was over. Rams won. You know the rest. But when I first saw it, I was like, there's no way. No way at all. That was pass interference. But just before I recorded this video, I looked again, and I think I changed my mind. I think that is offensive pass interference. When I really looked at it more, looked at multiple angles, Michael Gallup used his left arm to kind of push away Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey did sell it a little bit. He did kind of flop a little bit, but I do think Michael Gallup pushed off a little bit as well to get some separation to make the catch. Our new head coach, our future, supposed to be our future, Mike McCarthy. So this controversial play call or decision, I want to say play call because the play call was okay, but the decision was definitely not at all. It's unacceptable. It's a Jason Garrett type decision, except in this situation he probably just take a field goal, which was the right thing to do. But I'll explain that a little bit. Uh, Early in the fourth quarter, Dallas had the ball in the red zone. It was a third down. Excuse me. Third. Actually, yes. I'll start with a third down. It was a third down handoff to Ezekiel Elliott to get 3 yards. Right. It was a 3rd and 6. Usually that'd be a pass, but they ran it so they could get a little some yards for Greg Zuerlein to kick a field goal. Instead of kicking a field goal and tying the game with 20, Mike McCarthy, he decided to go for it on a 4th and 3. Which usually wouldn't be a bad idea if you really need to go for it. But he did not need to go for it at all there. It was a 4th and 3 early in the fourth quarter. He could have just taken a field goal and tied the game. Of course, the argument you guys may say, oh well, field goals are not guaranteed. And let me tell you, I agree with you 100%. Field goals are not guaranteed. And that was proven after Stephen Gostkowski's kicking woes. Missed 4 field goals, and then not surprisingly, but conveniently enough, the last field goal for the win he made. But he couldn't make the first 4 field goals. I'll give him a break. The second field goal is partially blocked. But other than that, he struggled kicking. But Mike McCarthy, please do not be another Jason Garrett. We do not need another Jason Garrett. We don't need another Jason Garrett. You could have taken the field goal, tied the game. Hopefully our defense could have gotten a stop, which, didn't do that well in the first half. Second half, they kind of tighten up on defense. But take the field goal. Please. Honestly, we have a game against the Falcons, and I'm planning on doing my NFL Week 2 predictions, who I think is going to win for each game tomorrow. So make sure to check out this channel, see if I've done that. I'm not going to guarantee that I will. I'll try. But that's going to be all for today's Week 1 recap. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below what do you think about this video and your opinions about the Week 1. I'll see you guys tomorrow with my predictions. Have a great rest of your day.